Live with you guys at Media Row right here for Super Bowl 60. And I have the bantamweight and flyweight champion, the man, Henry Cejudo. Excited to have him with us. Massive UFC fan myself, so super stoked to spend some time with you, my man. I know you just landed, so you're feeling a little all over the place, but excited to be here at Super Bowl week. Is this your first time at Super Bowl week?
No, this is actually, I've been here, I think it's probably my third time.
Okay,
yeah, so
nice.
I think when they came out to Arizona, I was down there for that. And I think there was one more. I forget.
Okay, yeah, they all kind of start to run together when you've been to a few of them, right?
A lot of concerts.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Well, I know you're not a massive football guy, but are you excited for the game this weekend? You got any chance? Which team you kind of feeling about for the Seahawks or the Patriots?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Seahawks, man. I was at their facility last year. There, I fought in their I fought in the main event last year at the with the Sonics play.
Yeah.
But then they had a chance to give me a tour of the whole facility of the Seahawks. And I thought it was super freaking fun.
That's awesome, man.
So I had a chance to see some of the players that are now in the actual championship, kind of trying to fight for that dream. So you got to support, Yeah,
man, for sure.
You got to support those who you have met.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, as UFC legends, a bunch of my guys that I work with, we cover UFC, and like my guy that I do a lot of shows with is a massive fan of yours. You got him into UFC when he started following it. So I want to know, when you started doing UFC as an MMA as a child, and like when you started getting into it, like what were your inspirations? Like, how did you find the sport, and how did you get involved with it?
Oh, honestly, bro, I started wrestling at the age of 11, and then I didn't find the sport of mixed martial arts until I was probably about 14 or 15. Okay. It was back in 2001.
All right.
And getting into I think 14, getting ready to go into my 8th grade year.
Okay.
And I knew that when I saw it, I wanted to do it. I saw Mark Coleman, Randy Couture, Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz,
nice.
Dan Severn, like the originals, Tank Abbott.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Chemo, for sure, man.
Don Fry. I mean, all those guys. So when I saw it, I was like, all right, man, this is gonna be my next move.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people felt that. So I was a 14-year-old kid when I knew that I wanted to fight.
Nice. Well, now, like you said, you had that wrestling background and kind of the natural progression into MMA, and then you kind of became a part of the rise of what we know now with the UFC and everything, which has been fantastic. Yeah. I want to ask you about Alexander Volkanovski, because he just obviously took down Diego Lopez, and he's been kind of getting thrown around right now as the GOAT of that division. And in your experience, what do you think about him as a fighter and just kind of what he represents for that division right now and for the UFC?
Yeah, Volkanovski's smart, man. That was one guy that I wanted a piece of
to
become the first 3 division champ when I retired for 3 years.
Yeah.
Like that was my whole. I wanted to compete against him. Gold medalist, defended both my belts.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. I wouldn't get a title shot with him. He's 5'6", I'm 5'4".
Yeah, I know, right?
Perfect.
Yeah, you guys can totally get in there and go together.
But then it never really kind of came to fruition. I think the UFC at that time, prior to me fucking going on a losing streak,
right?
The UFC was afraid that what if I beat him and then what if I leave again?
Yeah, right.
So I understand that, but I think Volkanovski's a very tactical and very smart fighter, and he's changed the game, and I do believe he is the greatest featherweight of all time, becoming a 2-time featherweight champ. Obviously, he did lose to Ilya Support, which kind of hurts him a little bit in the fashion that he did, because Ilya's just about the same size, but decided to move up.
Yeah.
But one more fight, and then there's no more debate.
Yeah.
He's gonna have 9 title defenses if he does win this next fight. But the reality is, I will say this: that fight between him and Diego Lopez, like, you didn't have to run that again.
Yeah.
People felt the same way.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of times where you also can't just look at the numbers. You got to look at who you beat.
Yeah.
Could you beat a Lerone Murphy or an Eloy?
Mm-hmm.
The guys that are undefeated into the game.
Yeah.
That's what I truly want to see.
Sure.
Sometimes it's also hard when you really think back and see who did he beat.
Yeah.
And he fought Max Holloway 3 times too.
Yeah.
He fought Diego Lopez. That's 5 already. 2 people. 5.
Yeah. Right.
Who are the other 3?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The Murphy one makes the most sense as the next option for him. But, like, I agree with you. Watching that Lopez fight the second time with what Volkanovski does from a tactical perspective, it seems like he just did the same game plan again, and Lopez just didn't have an answer for it. And it was kind of the exact same thing. So I'm with you, man. But I got a funny question for you about, I looked up when I was kind of like looking up this interview and everything about your Instagram, and it says that you're that you have 2 Guinness World Records. So what are the 2 Guinness World Records that you have?
Yeah.
Because I got to know, and I'm sure people will be interested.
It was first Olympic and UFC champ in history.
Yeah.
And then I doubled that up with winning 2 belts and then becoming an Olympic champ.
Okay.
So it's both of them. Actually, in the 2020 Guinness Book of World Records. I'm on the actual book. It's me.
Let's
I think
go.
Connor was the highest paid.
Okay.
And then they showed me like fucking most accomplished.
Yeah,
which I
nice.
like.
There you go. Hey, you're a
So-
Guinness World Record guy. That's dope, man. Last question for you, man. So obviously, mixed martial arts, violent sport. Football is also a super violent sport, different type of violence. What is it like to train on the daily to get your body ready and prepared to obviously go into the octagon for 3 to 5 rounds? And in comparison to some of these guys that are going to run on a football field, like what's that process like with taking care of your body, your diet, like the getting up and training? Like what does that just take every single day?
Well, everybody's different, man. I think everybody's motivated different. Everybody's body's different. I think the most important part is you got to understand your cocktail.
Yeah.
You could also train like an idiot and just be hurt the whole time.
Sure.
Or you could also understand your limits and a whole lot of recovery and have a have a more prolonged career like I have. I'm going to be 39 on Monday.
Oh wow. Hey, happy
man.
birthday.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
I'll take some gifts if you guys have anything.
Yeah, we got some chips if you want some chips.
It's better than anything.
Hey,
right
now,
I'm
man.
kind of hungry.
Yeah, I'll get you some chips in just a second.
But that being said, I think it's a little bit of that.
Nice.
But other than like a fighter staying healthy or doing the whole 9 is like, what do you do after sports, man? You know what I'm saying? So I've recently just retired a couple months ago, and I just bought into this water company called One Water.
Nice.
I mean, look, I'm holding this with one hand.
Connects all together.
It connects. Yeah, the sustainability of it.
That's really cool.
35% of on the pallet. Just imagine the shelf space.
Yeah.
Like right now, Heinz ketchup, like there's so many companies that are trying to get a hold of this.
Yeah.
Because of the patent due. You know what I'm saying? So I'm able
Let's
to
see here.
And the pH level of the water is 8.5.
Oh, nice.
Really, really good water. So that's
Let's
my
go.
next venture, bro, that I'm doing now. I'm I got 2
Branching out.
kids. I believe that, I believe, a lot of the people that I've taken a lot from is Magic Johnson and Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay.
What they've been able to do, maybe not the other stuff, but
With the
but in
entrepreneurship,
business,
right?
Entrepreneurship.
Yeah, exactly. Well, good luck with that, man. That's awesome. And again, as somebody who's a huge fan of the sport of UFC, thanks for everything you brought to the sport. Thanks for everything you did for everything. It's great, incredible watching you fight. And thanks for spending some time with us.
Of course, bro. Yeah, and have some water. Let me know what you think.
Hang on, let me give a live review real quick.
There you go. 8.5. Like Fiji ain't got shit on this.
Best water I've ever had in my life. Cejudo, appreciate you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.